All right, here we go. Another video. All right, so welcome to another live composing video. Here, remember the purpose of these videos is just to try and demystify the composing process to give a very honest, that was brutally honest view about what it's like to write a piece of music from start to finish. All right, so last time we came up with 4 more fully formed versions of the rhythmic motif that we had come up with. So starting with the all right, so we're on piano here. Let's listen to this real quick. All right, so that was option number 1. Okay. All right. That's interesting because I thought I remembered not liking this one and liking this one, but now it's not so much anymore. Anyway, so we came up with 4 versions. These are all potential motifs that I'll be working with. So motifs are all about internal contrast. Here we're working mostly with contrast in the rhythm, meaning it's not all uniform. We have different ways that for example, we've got a lot more syncopation in this first measure. And we got a triplet, more sustained notes here, more short attack here. So the rhythm is contrasting because we're using different types of rhythmic values. The pitch is contrasting because we're using different pitches, moving up, moving down, all these kind of things. I'm not going to get too much into what works with a good motif at the moment. That really deserves its own full video. Maybe I'll tackle that in the melody series, because right now I believe by the time this video comes out, we're going to be focusing mostly on the harmony series. You know, like dropping a harmony video every Wednesday. After the harmony is done, I want to do a melody series where we go into different strategies for writing melodies in each video. But that's for later. For now, let's chop this up. Oops. Paste this. Probably didn't need to make it that long. We're going to copy and paste this 4 times. So it's time to move on to the second rhythmic idea that we had. And develop this into 4 options. Why 4? Because I feel like it. All right, honestly, that's all it is. I could do 2, I could do 3, I could do 8. But the idea here, we're following the same kind of pattern I've been doing. All right, since I started working with these motifs, since I tried going rhythmically first, going with the groove. That didn't work out. I didn't like anything I came up with that. But then I started with figuring out what kind of chords I had available to me. I wanted to go with an E to G relationship, talking about those eggs that these characters are interested in. And so we decided, if you remember, E minor to G major and E major to G major were my favorites. All right, the favorite relationships between an E chord and a G chord. I liked those. Kept it simple, just triads, didn't add any extensions to it. Anything like that. No, those were the wrong extensions. Anywho, didn't go too crazy, but once I had decided on those chords, what we did is we revisited those chords, and each time I came up with, so I played each chord relationship 4 times. So we did that once and came up with this rhythmic idea, which is the one that we just finished working with. Then these 3 were other ideas I came up with that I just later decided I didn't care much for. I didn't want to pursue them. Now we're starting to go into this other chord relationship, the E major to the G major. And these, I had 3 rhythmic ideas that I did decide I wanted to pursue and see what I could turn into for a motif. That's what we're doing. So for that first one, what I did, that first one in the E minor to G major, what I did, this is what we just covered, was came up with 4 motivic ideas using that. No, I did not stick strictly to that rhythmic idea. Here we've deviated quite a bit, significantly from the original rhythmic idea, and that's okay. The point isn't to try and stick religiously to that rhythmic idea. I'm not deciding, all right, this is the idea, this is it, it's going to be in the final theme. No. The idea is, all right, I've got something here. I'm going to see what I can turn it into, what it can inspire, come up with an idea that I like. So far, I'm thinking this one is my favorite. And of course, it doesn't need to be this fast. What's the tempo at right now? So the tempo is at 100 beats per minute. We could slow that down, for example. Let's switch that to 70, a much slower tempo. I could do something like have this F sharp suspended into the next chord. We'll see. For now, let's just stick to what we were at. So you get the picture. All of this is just to try and kickstart some creativity. But let's get into our new one. All right, so first, let's go back to my markers, make sure this is named. E minor. So E minor to G, Tivik, ideas. All right. This one, no, wrong tool, is going to be E to G. I'll say 1. Motivic ideas. All right, so we've got 3 in this chord progression that we're going to go with. So let's just dive right in. So we've got, oh, I can't play because I'm still on the marker track. And then here we have our horn. That sounds a little bit like the Lord of the Rings thing that's been plaguing me that I can't remember. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, who knows? We'll see. That's not what we're here for. Alright, we are here for... Alright, I'm still on the horns. Alright, who cares if I'm on the horns. Let's see. So let's listen to this rhythmic idea again. All right, so now which note should we start with? I like to start on a chordal tone. Let's try the G sharp. Now do I stay on the G sharp? Why not? Let's emphasize it. We'll go to the B. Then we'll... but that's right, because this is a new chord, G, B, D. Let's try that. Let's try doing some diatonicism or chromaticism. Let's see here. Shifting around a bit. Alright, that's an option. Moving on. Again, I don't need to spend a lot of time. I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel. I'm not trying to create something solid every single time. I'm just trying to get ideas on the paper, so to say. Alright, so we started with G sharp last time. Let's start with the B this time. We stayed on the same note last time. Let's try moving this time. Let's go down to the G. Alright, so we are significantly shifting up the rhythm for this one. Alright, so we're still within an octave for this. Remember, my goal is to keep all these ideas within a single octave. So that one shifted the rhythm significantly. I feel like it's because I've got that Lord of the Rings motif stuck in my head. And that's one that, let's try switching. There we go. And it's okay. I don't anticipate using that one anyways. So we'll move on. Fast pace. Lightning speed. All right. Start with the G sharp the first time, the B the second time. Why not? Let's try the E. You know what? Yeah. We have not done a traditional perfect fifth. The perfect fifth interval. In fact, all perfect intervals. Perfect fourths, perfect fifths, octaves, and then minor seventh, which ironically is very common because, get this, a perfect fourth plus a perfect fourth is a minor seventh. Or a major ninth is a perfect fifth plus a perfect fifth is a major ninth. They're all very common in heroic themes. All right, perfect intervals are super common in heroic themes. In fact, they're one of the things that makes some music sound heroic in the first place. That use of the perfect fourth, that use of the perfect fifth, the perfect seventh, or minor seventh. Ooh, that's actually Pinar Toprak's Captain Marvel theme. I butchered it at the end. But you get the idea, the minor seventh at the beginning. They're all very common in heroic things. So let's try that. All that to say, I haven't used a perfect fifth yet, or perfect intervals. I do want to keep true to the rhythm this time, just because I deviated so strongly with that last one. Let's try this. Alright, good enough. Let's see. So... Alright, so the minor seventh would be to the D. Let's try that. So, this would technically be the seventh of the chord. No, I don't like that, because this is a major chord, so that D, using a minor seventh, creates a very strong dominant chord feeling. And the E dominant 7 does not resolve in a satisfying way. All right, let's switch to piano for this. To the G major. E dominant 7 wants to resolve to B major. Alright, not to the thing. It just, I mean, it could work. It just, and it's, we're not trying to use functional harmony here, so who knows? I could try that. Long story short, being here, however, that I don't like the minor seventh there. Alright, and I can sit here trying to justify it as much as I want, but I don't need to. Alright, all I gotta say, I don't like it. And that's all there is to it. That's all it should be for you as well. Alright? Now the D is here. Let's try that. Kind of like that. Alright, who knows? That one kind of works. But look at that. That was a lot faster than the last time we went through the motif. But the payoff being here is I don't think I'm nearly as satisfied with these ideas as I was with the original 4. Let's give these a quick listen to. Maybe. Oh, alright, that last one, actually hearing it now, I kind of like that much more, actually. Yeah, I'm kind of liking that last one. That last one's speaking to me. Anywho, doesn't matter at the moment, because I don't need to make a decision yet. That's the beautiful thing about doing this, is I just get to keep cranking stuff out. Alright, so that was the first idea. Ba, 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 ba. Alright, let's try this one next. First, is what we're going to do. Add a new marker. Change it. E to G2. Motivic ideas. Alright, there we go. Let's open this up. Pop it there. Paste. 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 And paste. Alright. Wait, is this the same one we were just doing? How closely were these related? No, it's not the same thing. Alright, that's good. Let's listen to this. It's a drum. Again, I'm on the marker track. I wish I had my bigger keyboard plugged in right now. I've got 2 keyboards. I'm very fortunate to have 2 keyboards. I've got my small little 25 key keyboard that I got years ago so I could carry around with me in a backpack. Wonderful, fits right on my desk, which is nice, makes it very convenient for this. But it also, I like having my full keyboard, which actually you can probably see up against the wall there. I usually have it set up right here, but I had to move some stuff around. That's a lot more useful for doodling around and trying out different ideas. So normally I'd like to do that, but I can't at the moment, so let's just deal with what I got. Suck it up, let's do it. Alright, so let's see. So let's try the G sharp. G, B, D. So that's going to be the 9. Let's try a flat 9. No, that would be. No, it doesn't work for me. Alright, let's see here. Alright. Let's go back up to the B. Let's try going. Let's try that. No. No. Let's try going to the C sharp. To the D, give it a nice leading tone into the D. Ha. What if we lengthen that? Nope, nope. What if We'll move that, that, and that. Let's try this one. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. Undo all of that. I'm going to try a new approach. Alright. We're going to set a repeat here. Alright, this is going to get annoying fast. I'm going to warn you. Alright. Alright, one more time. I'm still getting drawn back to that Lord of the Rings things. Same. Alright, so one thing that we know for sure is I like that G sharp. Now, what if I delete that downbeat? Move these over here, lengthen that. So then the A isn't on the downbeat, so it's not as strong. Just unmute these. Get that loop, rid of that loop. I put the loop there because I was thinking, what if I just doodle around while the chords are playing? But I think I might have something, so I might not need to do that. Let's try C sharp. The C sharp would technically be a tension, because C sharp would be a whole step above that B, which means that would be a 6. So that'd be, well, let's see, 1, 2, 3. So that'd be a 4. So that would be an 11. That would work. Okay. We might have something. We might have something there. Move that up. Okay, we'll leave it there. Not going to work on it too much. I already spent way too much time on one little motif. Oh, and I've got so many left to do. Why do I do this to myself? Why did I decide on 4? It's because I like options. Okay. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. It's all part of the process. There's always a process. There always should be a process. If you can rely on just spitting stuff out and having it being beautiful, I am so jealous. But if you're like me, all right, if you're like me and you love to do this, but it's work and it takes practice, then having a process really is nice, because then you don't have to worry about that kind of imposter syndrome that plagues composers. Even famous composers like Hans Zimmer, Pinar Toprak, Alan Silvestri, all of them mention starting their process off by thinking, I'm a fraud, I have no idea what I'm doing. And that's unfortunately just part of the game, all right, that self-doubt. But if you have a nice process in place, if you have structure, then you've at least got a tool to use against crippling self-doubt, anxiety, and depression. You've got something, all right? You got a friend, a tool, something like that. All right, moving on to a happier topic. Let's see here. So we're starting off, last one we started off was with the 3rd. Let's try one with the 5th. And you know what? For kicks and giggles, let's see about just trying to write something without actually hearing it. So B to G sharp. This is the downbeat, so it's very important that it has a chordal tone, or at least an extension that works. All right, so that would actually have to be either the A, C sharp, or E. I'm gonna go with G. Start with the root. Let's try that extension. Let's hear how that sounds. Let's try lengthening that so it's not so short. Alright, it works. Moving on. Might not be my favorite, might not be perfect, might not even use it, but it's something. Alright, and that's the name of the game. It's a numbers game at the moment. Whew. Alright, let's see here. Stretching. E major to G major. Oh, dang, this sucks. Alright. And that's the amazing part about composing, is it's not always, the muses aren't always taking you. You're not always sitting there going, yay, I'm so creative, I'm a genius, look at me. No. A lot of it is just grinding, especially in film scoring. All right, I kind of touched on this earlier, but anytime you're scoring to media, you're writing music for someone's passion project. All right, even if they're not that passionate about it, there are jobs on the line. People are expecting you to be good at what you do, and they're expecting you to get deadlines. All right, this isn't like concert music. I'm not dumping on concert music. I love concert music. I love writing concert music. But if you are working in concert music, you have a little bit more time. No one's coming up to you and saying, I need an hour and a half of music, and I need it in 6 weeks. Well, they shouldn't be asking you. Hopefully, I would hope that you would have more time to work on that kind of stuff, because that's more of your vision. Concert music is about your vision as a composer. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm talking out of my butt here, but in film scoring, you got to write something and it's got to be to the director's liking. All right, and you've got to be able to do it on a budget, especially in film scoring. That's the difficult part that lots of people don't realize working in films and video games and TV shows, is there aren't a lot of musicians on that project with you. I mean, every musician that you're bringing into that project, you're the one bringing them in, right? You might have some actors who know about music. You might be incredibly blessed and fortunate to have a director who knows about music, but most of the time their area of expertise is elsewhere. All right, and so that can be great. That could mean that you've got a director who's like, I have no idea what you're going to do, so I trust you, I'll put this all on you. Or it could backfire and have someone who has absolutely no idea how difficult and demanding it is to write a theme, knowing that millions of people are going to listen to it if you're in a big budget, or even just people at a festival, or anyone is going to listen to it, and that if it doesn't fit, they're not going to like it. And it's going to point out, a well done score is rarely noticed by people, but if a score is badly done, it's going to stick out and people are going to talk about it. So where was I going with this? No, yeah, just the idea is like the idea, you can't rely on motivation. You can't rely on that creative burst. You have to manufacture that creativity, right? You've got to find things that work for you and turn it into a habit. There's an amazing book called The Creative Habit. There's another incredible book called Flow. I recommend both of them. They're amazing. But that discuss this on the necessity of turning your creative talents into habits, into disciplines, into crafts, so that you can rely on them and that you're not stuck sitting there just spinning in a chair that creaks too much, wondering, all right, what am I going to do? Think of something great. What am I going to do next? No, you've got to be able to be more reliable than that. You've got to be able to have a process that you can say, if worse comes to worse, you can rely and say, I will have something and it will work by the time that it's needed. All right, it might not be your best work. It might not be something that you're particularly proud of, but at the end of the day, you need to be able to say that I know how to get something that will work, will do its job, and will be done on time. All right, so that's kind of me ranting on my soapbox. I'll get off of that now. I was just doing that, honestly, to give a little break. All right, so cranking these out. All right, not always the most exciting thing, especially when you're not feeling creatively motivated. But let's see. All right, what were we doing last time? Started with the B, that was the fifth. Started with the G sharp, that's the third. Let's start with the first this time. And since I'm not feeling too creative at the moment, let's just crank out some stuff. Yes, the perfect fifth. Excellent interval. Let's try that. Perfect fifth and a perfect fourth. Nothing crazy. Nope. Getting there. There is no E here. That's right. We switched chords. Let's go to the D. Good enough. There we go. Yay. All right. And is that all four? Excellent. Let's listen to these real quick, and then we'll try doodling around with them, see how they sound within the horns. It was not all four. I completely skipped over that one. Moving in. Ironically, I think this one's the simplest, but I think that's the one I like the most. I didn't even really listen to it that much. All right. So we skipped all over the place. Let's start with the B again. All right. So if the fifth worked here, what if it works here? So what is that? That's a minor seventh, so we've got the perfect fifth. Ooh, that's giving me vibes. I like that. If y'all have ever listened to the epilogue from the movie Everest, I've never seen the film Everest. I only can guess what it's about, climbing a mountain. I'm sure it's very tragic, but if you have a Spotify, look up epilogue. It's part of the soundtrack from Everest. I assume it's from the epilogue of the movie. Amazing piece of music. Oh, I love that. And I'm just realizing that that's a perfect fifth and a minor seventh, it sounds like. Incredible music. You'll thank me later, I hope. Beautiful music. Let's see. So we've got the perfect fifth and the minor seventh. I'm actually really liking that. And then so it's the D. Let's try that. Let's lengthen that. Let's try that. I like that minor seventh, so I'm going to emphasize it by holding that D longer. Let's get rid of that G. We'll have a tension on the final note. We'll use that A, that 11th. Kind of like that. All right. We'll just hold it off for the full thing. So that would be an eighth note tied to a quarter note. Let's see here. I think that might actually be my favorite one out of these four. Which, thank goodness. All right, I was worried I'd have all four of these and not have anything that I wanted to move on with. Let's give these a listen to. Not just my creaky chair. All right. Nope. Don't like either of those too much. Like that one, actually. Yep. No, I like that one. Good. All right, yeah, two. I have two from there that I kind of like. That's good. All right, especially because I was not feeling it at all. Like going into this video, I mean, I'm excited. I'm always excited to make these videos. I really enjoy them. But there are just some moments where you've got it, where you're feeling like, oh yeah, I'm gonna come up with something today. I'm gonna come up with something great. It's gonna be amazing. I'm gonna be happy with it. It's gonna be a wonderful. And then there are those moments where like, all right, I gotta do something, right? And that's kind of how I was feeling today. It's like, all right, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna do it. And I find it interesting that the two I was trying to actually do something creative with, something where I was trying to listen to it, I was trying to push it from there, from what I was hearing. Those are the ones I didn't like. But the two where I just said, all right, forget it. I'm just going to slap in some stuff that I know will work based off theory. Those are the ones that worked out. All right, I started with the thing. I jumped up a fifth. Then I did a perfect fourth. Those are both very common in heroic themes. I did something similar here. I started with the perfect fifth, this time going in the opposite direction, leapt up a minor seventh, knowing that a minor seventh is two perfect fourths combined and is also very common in heroic music. And I kind of got this little sense of longing, sadness, which would work perfectly for the characters. Oh my goodness. All right, that's right. Where is this stuff on the characters? All right. All right, I don't have it written here, but I specifically remember that the characters had been banished from their tribe. All right, they are all they got. All right, I mean, they've got their party, their adventure party that they've partnered with, but loyalty is very important to them, and they are very slow to trust. I remember that. So having that's, I really like that. All right, so what am I gonna do? I am going to make another note. All right, and part of me is very tempted to just bust right in and start working on that. All right, slower tempo. So I'm thinking slower tempo. Oh, I'm on the markers tab again. I always do that. Love that for whatever reason. Let's see how that sounds in the horn. That's right, that's too high for the horn. Alright, it kind of loses some of its kind of sad longing. Let's try at the... If we go higher again, this time using trumpets. Yay! Alright, not taking too long. My computer's usually very slow. Let's listen to this. Oh. I like it. Again, doesn't sound as mournful or sad as I liked it on the piano, but it doesn't need to. All right, this is supposed to technically be a heroic theme, so we don't want it to be too sad. I don't want it to be a bummer, but yes, something. It's something, and I'm liking it. Definitely something. All right, now here's the issue. I like that one a lot. And because it's so fresh in my mind, I'm worried that it's going to color all the others that I have to write. Is it going to... I mean, that's always a gamble. Because who knows? I could come up with a better version of it. All right, by trying to imitate it, by trying to use that minor seventh and a couple other things, I could come up with something I really like based off this idea. But on the other hand, I could just get stuck making a bunch of copies, and hearing a bunch of stuff that's similar to it but not the same is really kind of cheapen the sound and make me like it less. On the other hand, if I were to take some time off and retry the other motifs later, see, this is how long I usually expect my computer to take to load a simple library. But if I were to take some time off and start off with a fresh ear, that might help. Because then I could come up with stuff that wasn't necessarily colored by what I heard here. But let's try this. Oops. Alright, what is going on? And it's still loading. This is a relatively demanding instrument. I like that. Alright, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Let's get the horns back up here. But, yeah, I'm thinking, since I've already got that idea figured out, I might just call it here. I don't know what's been like about 40 minutes. Yes, I just really like that idea, but I don't want it to color my other ideas. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to call this video short. So here we go, another video. Yeah, promising. For the first time, I think I have a motif I'm actually genuinely excited about. We'll see how that goes. Maybe I'll still like it in the next video. Maybe I won't like it. We'll see. We'll just let fate decide. But in the meantime, I want to thank my patrons. All right, so thank you to all my wonderful, incredible patrons. Your support means the world to me. I want to thank all of you who are just watching these videos as well. Thank you so much for the support. Again, it means the world to me. I love getting these comments, these messages, sharing what the different things the different things you guys are up to, the different projects you're working on, and how I'm able to help with those. It really does. It keeps me excited. It keeps me enthusiastic. It keeps me energized to keep making more of these videos. But so yes, I think that's it. Is there anything else I wanted to say? I don't think so. So in the meantime, as always, keep studying, keep working hard, keep writing new music. All right, keep up the hard work, everybody, and I will see you in the next video. All right, bye.